What is going on, everybody? This is Dylan with Dylan Talks Tone, and this is your weekly gear news update. We're going to talk about a bunch of new stuff that just came out this week or was announced. Do me a favor and hit the like button and the subscribe button if you would. And yeah, let me tell you about some new stuff. Fender has just joined forces with Wrangler, the jean company, because Fender makes clothes. They make wedding rings, they make all kinds of other crazy stuff that's not guitars. So they're apparently going to make t-shirts. I mean, this is not new. You go into any store like Gap or Old Navy or, I don't know, Lucky Brand jeans or whatever, and they got Fender stuff everywhere. So I don't know why this is a big deal, but it is. So you can buy more Fender stuff to, wear to your open mic nights and feel like a rock star. There's a new app out. It's called Pitchslap, which is a weird name, but it's a very interesting app. It helps you set up, it's a tuner app, which there's millions of those. But this one's very interesting because it maps out the intonation on your guitar, allegedly. I downloaded it this morning, started to play with it a little bit. We'll probably have a full video coming up on it soon, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button, because I'm gonna dive into this. But the idea is that you actually record every note on your guitar fretboard, and then you get to see where it's out of intonation, and you also get to simulate adjustments to understand how you might want to set it for your playing style, because we won't get too far into the weeds here, but the guitar never really intonates perfectly depending on where you play on the fretboard. So this might be helpful, it might not, it might be a gimmick, I'm not sure. I'm going to play with the app a little bit and make a video about it. So stay tuned for that. Cortec, who owns Cort, huge company who, manufactures guitars for themselves and for many other brands like, PRS and many other brands, has just acquired Digitech and DOD. So that means that you're still going to get Digitech and DOD pedals. They not only acquired the brand name, but also all of the intellectual property that goes along with it and everything. They bought everything. So I assume that means their previous catalog of stuff, as well as whatever upcoming designs, and we'll see what they have in store for us in the future from Digitech and DOD under this new ownership. The 70s kind of cult followed Jordan Boss Tone Fuzz is the goal of KMA Machines, that German company, who has been coming out with a pedal like every month. That's the goal of their latest pedal. So it is a fuzz. It has got a knob on it called Teeth, which helps you decide how much bite you're going to have. And it can go from super kind of lots of note clarity all the way to super raging fuzz. This pedal is available pretty soon, if not now. And I think it's right around 200 bucks. So KMA's latest offering. They've been on fire lately. The pedals look cool, and I've never played one, so I don't know how they sound, but they're coming out with a lot of new stuff, so that's pretty cool. About 2 years ago, Gamechanger Audio announced that they were doing a joint thing with Bigsby / Fender / Gretsch to do this pedal based on a Bigsby pedal, and it looks like a Bigsby pedal. Or it looks like a Bigsby that comes on a guitar. And it does the same thing that a Bigsby does, apparently, but it's with DSP processing. Obviously, it's not tension of your strings because it's a pedal. It's got a couple of roller knobs on the top to adjust. They're not regular twisty knobs, they're like little roller knobs to adjust various parameters on this thing. It's got a switch that you can switch on the back to reverse the action of the vibrato. And you can use it as like an expression pedal. So you can use it for certain parameters from other effects as an expression pedal, which is interesting. I'm interested to see this thing. I actually pull up on a Bigsby a lot. I go both ways with a Bigsby, up and down, and I'm interested to see how this will work. I'm gonna try to find one of these. They only made like 100 of them, but now they're released for everybody, so we should be able to get them. They're not cheap, they're like 350 bucks, but I really want to try one. For those of you that have spent your entire life trying to play Enter Sandman perfectly at Guitar Center, I have found the final missing piece that you are missing. The reason you don't sound exactly like James Hetfield. He has just gotten with Ernie Ball for the first time to reveal a signature set of Ernie ball strings. They are bigger center core to winding ratio, as well as some other stuff. They're just going to be good strings. But the main thing is 11, 14, 18, 28, 38, 50. They're 11s. They're a little heavier with those bigger cores, thicker sound apparently. So now you'll be able to put these on your guitar or find a guitar at Guitar Center with them on there, and you'll sound exactly like James Hetfield. This is the thing you've been missing the entire time. Also, the little tin they come in reminds me of this stuff when I was a kid that my dad used, because he did concrete when I was a little kid, and his hands got all rough, and he put this stuff called bag balm on his hands. I don't know if any of you remember this. I'll look like this. And anyway, the tin looks the same. Just kind of reminds me of that. Little aside, you should look up what that's actually for. You can kind of tell from the box. Anyway, next. 4 strings. Sorry about that. Little aside there. D'Addario has released the XS guitar strings. Now, these were before they were only available for acoustic guitars. This is the white label box, not the black label. This is the white label box or packaging, and the thinnest apparently string coating technology that D'Addario has ever made. It is put on these strings now, and it is available for electric. It sounds to me like we're gonna have to get a bunch of coated strings for electric guitars and do a shootout very soon on this channel, because we've done that for acoustic guitars, but we've not done it for electric guitars. So maybe we'll take the Silver Sky or something super basic, super nice, just chill tone, and see what you think, and maybe you can decide which ones you want to buy. We'll put a link to these in the description, as well as much of this stuff as we can find so that you can try it. Please do me a favor and use those links, because it does help out the channel just a little bit to keep us going. Next, we have Vola Guitars with a new guitar. It's a guitar, looks like a Vola guitar, but it's got fancy tops on it, called the OZRV-TNC. I don't know if that's all one model or if that is the range of models. I couldn't really tell from the press release. It was a little weird. The biggest thing that they have is crooked pickups. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean extended range pickups, or what do they call these? Oh, I'm sorry. Fanned pickups. Crooked pickups. And what they say is that it changes the response of the low end versus the high end strings. Now we know this happens on a Telecaster, for example, or on a Stratocaster bridge pickup, but they're putting them in the neck in the middle position on this bit of an angle. I don't know if it's the same as a Tele or a Strat, but it's there nonetheless. And they say that it changes the frequency response, and it definitely would, because it changes where it is in the scale length. So that's pretty cool. I'd be interested to hear this. It would be difficult to know if it actually makes a difference actually moving it. But I have a guitar that we could try this with, so maybe we'll make a video about that too. Very interesting. Reverend has come out with, I believe this is the 3rd Z1 Billy Corgan model. The goal of this one is to be heavier, to do the heavier tones of the Smashing Pumpkins catalog that Billy Corgan obviously is known for. But this is not just a new model. They've actually changed the shape a little bit, higher fret access, and new rail hammer pickups. So if you are a Billy Corgan fan, or if you're just a Reverend guy, because these things are really cool guitars, you might want to check this one out. And in the biggest amp news of the week, it's actually the smallest amp of the week, and that is the Vox Pathfinder 10, the little tiny practice amp. It's available in bold new graphics. We've got this cream, kind of vintagey looking cream color, and we've got the Union Jack, because it's a British amp, and why would you not do that at some point? And it's just a little practice amp that you can use. Of course, it's all solid state, little baby amp. A lot of us have used these before. Bold new graphics. There you go. Legendary guitar builder John Cruz. He was a Fender master builder for, 30 years or something. Left a couple years ago, started his own thing. He's kind of been quiet. Well, he's been building up his new company in Crossville, Tennessee, and he has finally released his first 2 models. They are the Crossville TL, which is a T-style guitar, and the Crossville ST, which is an ST style guitar. And these things are really, really cool. Of course, he is known for all of his relicking stuff and aging process. That's kind of like his specialty, and they're amazing. These guitars, I got to play a few of them actually, and they're really, really, really good. The my favorite neck on any T-style guitar ever. Fantastic stuff. They're kind of obviously 25.5-inch scale, normal ST and TL style stuff, C-shaped neck, but they got, like, the telly has titanium saddles on it. I think they use Goto hardware, really, really high-end stuff, obviously, because these are not inexpensive guitars. And they have hard shell cases. They're really, really, really cool. Probably my favorite telly, maybe T-style, that I've ever played, ever of all time. And yeah, and if they sound amazing too, if I do say so myself. I am super excited because next week we are going to be shooting all of our content from Denver, Colorado. Actually, I take that back. Next week's news is going to be somewhere in the middle of the United States, because we're going to be on our way real time to Denver, Colorado, because we are going to teach some pickup winding classes at Texas Toast Guitars. We are also going to be winding in the shop all of the work that we do for the next month. So if you order pickups from us starting basically right now, those pickups are going to be made while we're in Denver at Texas Toast Guitars. We're also going to be making a bunch of stuff with Texas Toast Guitars for that limited run of their junior specialty kind of TV yellow guitars that we worked with a couple of months ago, designing those with them. So now they design the guitars. I just made the pickups. So they are going to be doing that stuff. So that's going to be really cool. We're going to be working all together. And of course, there's going to be a bunch of live content from there. We're going to be talking about guitar building. We're going to be talking about guitar setup. We're going to be talking about guitar pickups, obviously. And we're going to be teaching 3 classes. These people are going to wind their own pickups. They're going to build their own guitars. It's going to be super fun. We're going to have a bunch of content from there. But you're going to see a little bit different. It's not going to be this for the next month or so. Starting with next Wednesday's news is going to be probably from the van somewhere in, I don't know, Kansas or something is where we're going to be by then. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. Hit the little bell next to it, because this is going to be a really special month. We've got a bunch of very cool things, because we're going to go from Denver straight to Anaheim for the NAMM show. That is going to be a bunch of insanity, because we always make a bunch of content surrounding that too. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll try to keep you up to date on all the latest stuff. Yeah, I am really excited. It's a lot of work, and it's got a lot of balls in the air at the same time right now to try to pull all this off. But I think it's totally going to be worth it, and it's going to be amazing. So thanks for hanging out, and we will see you tomorrow night on our live stream, normal Q&A from here. But then it's on the road.